Welcome to a new journey full of history, culture, and surprises. Today, we dive into the heart of Romania, the fascinating city of Bucharest. Known as the Little Paris of the East, Bucharest combines elegant boulevards, stunning historic buildings, a vibrant urban life, and charming corners that surprise you at every step. In this video, we will explore its most iconic monuments, its most characteristic neighborhoods, its rich gastronomy, and everything that makes this city an unmissable destination in Europe. Get ready to discover a unique blend of tradition and modernity, of communist legacy and European elegance. Because Bucharest has much more to tell than you might imagine. So fasten your seatbelt, hit the like button, and join me on this tour through one of the most surprising capitals on the continent. I'm going to explain why Bucharest is known as the Little Paris of the East. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, Bucharest underwent a period of profound transformation that would forever change its identity. During those years, the city adopted an elegant and refined atmosphere that inevitably reminded people of the French capital. It was then that it began to be known as the Little Paris of the East, a nickname that still accompanies the city today. During that time, the Romanian elite maintained a strong cultural connection with France. French was the language of diplomacy, education, and high society, and many young Romanians traveled to Paris to study and bring back new architectural, artistic, and urban ideas. This influence became visible in the streets of Bucharest, where buildings in neoclassical, Beaux Arts, and Art Nouveau styles began to appear, similar to those that adorned Paris during the Belle Epoque. The city started developing wide boulevards, elegant cafes, and ceremonial avenues that evoked the urban layout of Paris. Among its most representative symbols is the Arc de Triomphe, built as a tribute to national unity and clearly inspired by the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. Its presence further strengthened the cultural and aesthetic parallel between the two cities. Over time, this combination of refined architecture, vibrant cultural life, and strong French influence solidified the nickname that still defines Bucharest today. Although the city has changed greatly and lived through turbulent moments during the 20th century, it still preserves that nostalgic charm that recalls Paris. Orthodox Church and Religion. The predominant religion in Romania is Orthodox Christianity. The majority of Romanians, around 80 to 85%, belong to the Romanian Orthodox Church, which is part of the Eastern Orthodox Communion. This church has a significant cultural and historical influence in the country, and its traditions, festivals, and rituals are an important part of daily life and national identity. For tourists, Romania offers a rich religious heritage. Its churches and monasteries, many of them UNESCO World Heritage Sites, are true architectural and spiritual gems. Among the most visited are the painted monasteries of Bucovina, such as Voroni, Suceava, and Humor, the Black Church of Brau, and the Herzeau Monastery, famous for its Baroque style and traditional craftsmanship. These sites attract people from all over the world for their beauty, unique frescoes, and the opportunity to experience Romanian Orthodox tradition up close. The urban transformation of Bucharest. We will continue talking about the Romanian Orthodox Church and religion in another video, one dedicated exclusively to churches and monasteries. There are places on this planet that people visit because they have a world-famous monument. Others are known for their cuisine, their beaches, the chance to practice a specific sport, and so on. Romania is one of those places where you can find a bit of everything to make you happy. Bucharest, its capital, can be enjoyed even more if you take an interest in understanding part of its history and its people. You'll be able to visit and choose the best places offering traditional dishes. Exquisite plates full of tradition with a strong emphasis on homemade and traditional food. But don't worry if that's not your preference. Bucharest has a wide variety of restaurants offering international cuisine to suit all visitors' tastes. In Bucharest, you'll find monumental buildings inherited from past eras which, together with modernity, create an interesting panorama for visitors. Starting in the 1940s and especially during the era of Nicolae Ceausescu, Bucharest underwent a profound urban transformation that left visible marks still present today. The city, which once combined French influences, medieval elements, and Romanian modernism, was redesigned in large areas following the urban planning principles of the government at that time. The focus was on monumentality, uniformity, and a use of public space intended to convey grandeur and power. One of the most emblematic projects of this era was the creation of the Central Civic or Civic Center, a vast area that was almost completely rebuilt after the 1977 earthquake. Under Ceausescu's vision, this sector was meant to become a showcase of Romanian socialism. Entire neighborhoods, historic churches, traditional homes, and buildings of heritage value were demolished to make way for a new urban layout dominated by wide avenues, huge administrative blocks, and open spaces designed according to a monumental aesthetic. In this context, the impressive Boulevardul Unirea Union Boulevard emerged, conceived to be even longer and wider than the Champs-Élysées in Paris. Along this avenue, massive neoclassical-style buildings were constructed, symmetrical facades, robust columns, and rigid lines designed to convey a sense of grandeur and permanence. The residential and administrative blocks lining the avenue are characterized by architectural repetition reflecting the centralized planning of the time. At the end of the boulevard stands the Palace of the Parliament, one of the most representative constructions of the communist period and currently one of the largest administrative buildings in the world. Its construction involved the work of hundreds of architects and tens of thousands of laborers, becoming a symbol both of the regime's absolute power and of the enormous economic and social cost required to build it. Another visible legacy of the era's regime in Bucharest is the system of pools, fountains, and decorative water features installed along the major boulevards. The fountains in Union Square Pia Unirii are particularly emblematic, designed in the 1980s. Public transportation in Bucharest. Bucharest has a very diverse public transportation system that combines history and modernity. The city still preserves some of its old trains and trams, which continue to run on several routes, offering a journey full of nostalgia and charm. At the same time, Bucharest has a modern metro system that quickly connects different parts of the city and transports thousands of people daily. Trams are also an essential part of the network, facilitating travel along wide avenues and historic neighborhoods, and even connecting to Henry Coanda International Airport, providing convenient access to and from the city. Thanks to this combination of historic trains and modern transportation, getting around Bucharest is efficient while also allowing travelers to appreciate a glimpse of the city's urban history along the way. Bucharest is a destination that surprises you from the very first moment. A city with a marked and meaningful history, where every street carries memories of a complex and fascinating past. Walking through Bucharest means encountering visible traces of its evolution, buildings that tell the story of different eras, monumental avenues born from profound urban transformations, and neighborhoods that still preserve the traditional spirit of the city. But Bucharest is not only about memory, it is also a modern and vibrant capital. Its shopping centers, contemporary architecture, cultural spaces, and renewed districts reveal a city that looks to the future with ambition. Gastronomy is another of its great attractions. From traditional dishes full of flavor and history to international options that please every palate. And perhaps the most important part, its people. The Romanian people have truly won our hearts with their simplicity, their warm character, and the way they welcome visitors. In every encounter and every conversation, you feel that Bucharest is not just a place to visit, but a place to connect with. Until next time, Bucharest. Until next time, Romania. We've reached the end of this story about another wonderful corner of the world. If you enjoyed this journey, I invite you to join me for more adventures. Your support is always appreciated, and together we'll keep discovering the beauty our planet has to offer.